guys, welcome back to my channel. I got my 2004 Nissan 350Z behind me. I'm gonna go over a list of all the mods and everything that I've done to it. I did buy it with a couple mods already on it. I'll try to put some comps up here to see how much they were. I'll make sure to put a bunch of links in the description below so that you guys, if you liked any of it, you can go ahead and look at that and see if you want to get it for yourself. With that, let's go ahead and get started. So as far as my wheels, I have Cosmis XT-006Rs, 18 by 9.5 all the way around. Plus 10 offset. I decided to go with 18 by 9.5 all the way around because I didn't want to push the, 11s in the back, I believe. As far as tires, I have Falken FK 510s all the way around. In the front, I have 255/40 18s. I would suggest going with a 255/45 18s. The 55s are just a little bit too much for me. In the back, I have 275/40 18s as well, which those are perfect. The fitment on the stock body is perfect for 275s in the rear, which if you're gonna go with the 11s, I think 275s will still work. I've seen people push 305s in the back, but that seems like a pretty thick tires for a Z on a stock body. Altogether for the wheels and tires, I paid about $1,600. I got the wheels surprisingly off of Amazon. They are 100% Cosmis wheels. They did come in Cosmis packaging and everything like that. I got the tires off of eBay from Discount Tire. They ship directly through eBay and they sell off of eBay as well. Those I think I got 600 bucks, $500 or $600. The wheels altogether are about $1,000, 250 something dollars a piece. I'll make sure to put the comps up here for you as well. As far as lug nuts, I went with the Muteki SR48 lug nuts. They're open face. I went with a 12mm by 1.25mm. Those work perfectly on these wheels. Moving on to the exhaust, it's an Injen SES Performance Catback exhaust. It has the titanium burnt tips on the end. I like the dual exhaust style. I also like the single can blaster like a Tomy or Agency Power, but this was already installed on the Z when I bought it. And I end up actually really liking it. The one thing I do really want to get is high flow catalytic converters. I'm planning on going with the Z1 Motorsports version of that. I've heard that those are the best. Plus they have the little bracket that can attach to the stabilizer, I believe. It's some sort of bar that goes across two parts of the exhaust. I do have a AEM Short-Ram Intake with a heat shield on the inside. I know that everybody's saying the heat shield doesn't work. I understand, I get it. I just like it because of the sound that it makes. When I was looking up videos of different intakes, this one sounded the best, and I've dealt with cold air intakes that sit really low to the ground. I had one in my Sentra. I completely just locked my engine one time because it sucked up some water, which I didn't want it to do. So don't want to deal with that again, so that's why I kept it short. But so far I have not had any issues. I know that I'm probably losing some power, but that sound is just, it's worth it. For the short ram intake, I paid about $300. I think it was $315. I'll put a comp right here for you as well. Staying in the engine bay, I also have a Mishimoto oil catch can, which I am sponsored by Mishimoto, along with all the rest of you out there, where we do get that discount. I do have their catch can. So far, it's worked really, really well for me. I haven't had any issues with it at all. That catch can, after the discount, was about $250, if I remember right. Staying on the Mishimoto train, I also have their aluminum fan shroud. I'm also planning on getting their racing radiator as well, because I know that the fan shroud does not work with the original OEM radiator on the Z. I've had some overheating issues as far as using the aluminum fan shroud with the OEM radiator, just because the fan shroud does not entirely seal against the radiator. Since that time that I did have an overheating issue, I have replaced it back to the OEM fan shroud for now until I get that Mishimoto radiator. That fan shroud was around $200 if I remember right. I'll make sure to link that in the description below too. Otherwise, the fan sounds really cool. It sounds like a jet taking off when you're sitting there and it turns on. Moving on to the interior, I do have an aftermarket steering wheel. I have a Sparco Champion wheel. This is my first time installing an aftermarket wheel, and I didn't know that there are certain ways that the horn has to go before you put the sticker on. So my sticker is vertical instead of horizontal. You can get a replacement one on Z1 Motorsports for about $5. I just haven't done it yet because they're shipping. You know, you gotta pay a lot for their shipping, so I'm trying to bundle everything together. That was $300. I bought that directly from eBay. It was from a licensed source. It is a genuine Sparco steering wheel, so I have no issues with that. I didn't decide to go with an NRG steering wheel because of all the things that I've heard from them. I know that people have heard good things. I know people have heard bad things. I just didn't want to deal with that. Attached to that, I am running the NRG carbon fiber 2.0 quick release. I know I just said I didn't go with NRG, but that's just for the steering wheel. The quick release I haven't had any issues with, and I've heard a lot of good things about. I'm not racing the Z on a track or anything, so I don't need a Sparco quick release. That was about $150 if I remember right. And then connected to that, I have the DND Short Hub. I decided not to go with the NRG Short Hub just because I don't like the look of it. It looks a little weird. I like the DND one way more. I was gonna go with the DND quick release, but it takes forever for them to release that. To come out with more stock, so that's why I ended up going with the NRG. Back to the DND Short Hub, I believe that was about $110 or so. I'll also include a link down below to that Short Hub. So staying in the interior, I also have the In.FOCUS cool black shift boot. I believe that was about $40. I had to wait forever for that thing to come back in stock. I love it. I would not recommend any other shift boot besides that one. In.FOCUS makes very good quality shift boots. I love all of their products. They have tons and tons of different options for all different cars. They even make universal styles so that you can make it fit into your own car. Attached to that shift boot is my Nismo titanium shift knob. That's one thing that I actually had from my previous car, my 2002 Nissan Sentra SER Spec V, that the owner left in the car. It's worn to hell, but I love it. I'm never gonna replace that unless it's a brand new Nismo titanium shift knob. I think it's awesome. I think it's really cool. It adds to the car, it adds to the Nissan heritage. I've looked up a couple comps for it. It's anywhere, you can find them anywhere between $100 and $200, whatever it is. I like the weight of it, I like the feel of it. It does get hot in the summer and it does get cold in the winter, but it's worth dealing with. If you have one, you know what I mean. A couple other things that I have is the Nismo V.2 wing out at the back. That was put on by the previous owner. At first I didn't like it a whole lot. I've grown to like it. I do like the Rocket Bunny style wing that everyone has on their own 350Zs. Up to you on what you like or dislike. Also up front, I do have the Autotecknic Eyelids that are color coded to my color. I got them from Concept Z Performance. That's the only place where I could find good quality, completely plastic, color coded, so already painted everything. Eyelids for, I think they were $20 or so, $20 or $40. I don't really remember because it was painted, but they're perfect. If you want eyelids, get them from Concept Z Performance. These ones are perfect. They fit really well. They look good. The color matches very, very well. So I 100% recommend that. As far as tint, I have 20% on the side windows, and then I have 5% on the small window and then the rear view window as well. And then I have a 20% sun bar up top. All of that was done by my good friend Daniel. He works over at Autographics and he's able to hook me up with a good deal. If you ever need tint and you're in the Omaha, Lincoln area, make sure to check out Autographics/Trucks Plus. They do some really good work there. All the people are super amazing. Definitely check them out. I paid, let's see, about $200, $180 or something like that. I don't really remember. Definitely worth it to get it done from a reputable source. The stuff you're gonna get for cheap is gonna be cheap. And that goes for everything on this car. If you buy something because it's on sale or it's on a deal or whatever it is and it's just cheap version of what the original one is, you're gonna get what you pay for. I know everybody says that, but you'll get what you pay for. Same with tint, same with wheels, same with tires. Same thing with coilovers. My plan is to get a set of BC Racing coilovers. They're about $1,000. Hopefully that's the next mod for these. I also need a set of front and rear brakes. I'm planning on getting Stoptech rotors and then just a regular OEM pad. I have racing pads on my car right now, and for daily driving, they suck. They're terrible. They work really well, but they leave so much brake dust. I have brake dust caked all over my wheels every single day that I go out and drive. Even if I'm driving for 5 minutes, I have to wipe down my wheels, especially since they're white. Brake dust will get all over and it'll just cake and cake on. And it's difficult to get off unless you use the right products. As far as my plans for the future, I want to wide body this car. I don't know what kind of wide body I want to do. Maybe a Rocket Bunny, not entirely sure. Get some deep dish wheels and just roll around like that. I want this to be a show car. It's probably not gonna be a race car, even though that's what I've always dreamed of it being. You know, things aren't always how you expect them to be. We'll see what happens, especially when I start getting more cars. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with this, but I'm not gonna get rid of it. All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like. Put your comments down below on what you have in your Z or what you wanna get on your Z. If you do like anything that I've done in my Z, I'll make sure to include all the links in the description below so that you can find it for yourself. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and got something out of it. If you did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to keep seeing more Z content or just car content in general. For everybody out there that's getting their first car, make sure to remember that your car is your own. You write your own story and nobody else. Make it the way that you want to make it, and don't listen to anybody else that's telling you that you're wrong or you shouldn't do it that way, because you can do it the way you want to do it. I'll see you in the next one.